So I think with cardio, I think just to keep it on the cardio front for the time being. Yeah, you mentioned people doing like an hour of cardio, like a lazy hour of cardio. Now, what I wanted to touch on was what your Apple Watch or your Fitbit says you burn in the hour of cardio relative to what you actually burn. And this kind of contributes to people eating back calories. So a lot of the calorie trackers are based on data from elite athletes. So an elite athlete may well burn 800 to 1,000 calories in an hour, which results to around about translates to about 400 to 500 calories in a half an hour. But the thing is, elite athletes are ironically the ones who don't need that calorie burn because they're generally very lean anyway, and they're training for hours and hours per day. Now, if you get your average Joe, even like me and Sunil, we wouldn't be burning that much. Like we'd probably be burning maybe 200 calories per half an hour if we're lucky, 400 calories per hour if we're lucky, and we would be going at it relatively hard. But so I see this with people all the time. They post up on Instagram, "Hey, I just did half an hour of cardio, and I burnt 600 calories." It's like, no, you didn't, dude. You burned. If you were lucky, you burnt 200 calories. You maybe burnt 150, maybe 100. It's that little. So you get these people who go to the gym and they do their hour of really lazy kind of cardio where they're just kind of like going through the motions. They're probably sweating because relative to sitting on the couch or with their office job, they're probably still doing quite a lot of work, but it's not burning anywhere near the amount of calories they think it's burning. So they'll get off thinking, well, I just burnt 1,000 calories today. And that gives them a mental buffer for what they should eat. And so they burn 1,000 calories. Well, they think they've burnt 1,000 calories. They've actually burnt probably more like 200 calories. They go into their evening meals a lot more confident, and they go into their caloric estimations a lot more confident. And then it leads into a situation where they're essentially overeating past what they need to be eating for their deficit. So perhaps they maintain weight, perhaps they gain weight, who knows? And they just end up losing sight of the correlation between exercise and fat loss because they've just ruined it. And I guess what Sunil would say, and we were talking about this off air, is we would rather see you in that hour just to get some hard weight training done, get some resistance training done. That's going to be ultimately a lot better for your physique long term. And it's going to be just as good caloric wise as your hour of cardio. Just please, for God's sake, people, get it out of your heads that you're burning 1,000 calories an hour. You're not. You're probably burning 200 or 300 if you're lucky. And so I think that massively affects things. And then the other part of that is people will go even further and they'll say that they'll eat back their calories. So they'll look on their Apple Watch, they'll program it into MyFitnessPal going, okay, I need to be at 1,500 calories to be in a deficit, but I was at the gym and the machine told me I burnt 1,000. Great, I'll eat 2,500. Sorted. And all of a sudden, they've completely vanished their deficit. And it sounds obvious when we say it, but the amount of people we run into who are still eating back calories burnt and then are thinking, I can't lose weight. Why can't I lose weight?